What's in store for HR and its technology in the year ahead? Welcome to Firing Line. I'm Bill Kutik. Our guest today, back for a second appearance to gaze toward the horizon about what's next, is Jason Averbook. He's well known for his spot-on predictions, and I'm eager to hear what he's thinking about consumerization, personalization, and other things. One of our top 3 thought leaders in HCM for years, Jason is also our best presenter and a favorite consultant among CHROs, a little confused about the merger of strategy and technology, which he did for 9 years at his former firm, Knowledge Infusion. Jason, great to have you back on Firing Line. Thanks for coming back.
Yeah, Bill, it's great to be here, and I hope I can gaze, but also add some reality to the gazing at the same time.
Okay, Jason, 2017, another year older and deeper in debt. What do you think is going to be happening on the constant front of consumerization?
So that's a great question. I think, Bill, that the consumerization angle that we've been running down, and I mean running as HR practitioners, HR consultants, and things like that, is how do we develop a great user experience? And I think that user experience, well, that's been important. It's been really important when we think about consumerization and how do we create something that looks like Amazon. That's not necessarily really the holy grail of consumerization. In my mind, consumerization is when I'm really starting to think that I'm going to treat my workforce somewhat equivalent to the way that I'm treating customers.
Consumer, customer, a totally different take on the word.
Crazy, right?
No, but it's a totally different take on the word.
Yeah, and I am providing my customers better technology today than I'm providing my workforce. That's wrong. I'm providing my customers better knowledge about the products that they're using than I'm providing my workforce about the products or benefits that are available to them. And I'm providing my customers with better support mechanisms to be able to get in touch with me than I'm providing my workforce with a way to get in touch with me to make sure that they're being taken care of. So for me, user experience is important. Self-service, all that stuff, that's really, really important. But I think we're going to see in 2017 a renewed focus on how do I put processes in place to drive consumerization, and then think about what's the technology that's going to drive that.
How about the issue of personalization in all aspects of HR, benefits, career, recruiting? Does HR finally have the tools to do it? And more importantly, to my mind, does it have the desire to stop treating everyone the same?
The vendors are creating the tools. HR is in the process of consuming the tools and starting to think about what to do with them. Now, it requires very strong data. It requires rethinking our processes tied to a much different model than we have in the past. Before, in the manufacturing era, one process fits all. In the knowledge economy, I've got different workers that have different motivations, different beliefs, different things that drive them. And because of that, I need to think about how do I personalize benefits, compensation, performance, learning, every aspect of the things that we strive to do as a function. I need to rethink how do I personalize things to them because they don't have time to search. So when we think about that whole concept of personalization, it's pushing data to that workforce when they need it in context of what they're trying to do to be able to serve and meet corporate objectives.
Finally, and we cannot talk about this subject too much, the cloud. Will 2017 be the year when HR finally stops asking, is it safe and secure, and starts accepting it, as all experts have, as the next generation of computing?
So, Bill, I don't think HR will ever stop asking if it's safe and secure.
And it shouldn't.
What I think 2017 holds from a cloud standpoint is organizations realizing that they have not leveraged the cloud in the ways they should have. A couple examples there. First, organizations are still building point-to-point integrations instead of thinking of that data in the cloud as their master data tool. A question I ask CHROs frequently is, how many times does name get entered in your organization? If name gets entered more than 0 times, there's something wrong.
Right.
They're not leveraging the cloud appropriately. It should be entered by the applicant and never entered again. Cloud technology allows for that. Another example of that is when I think about organizations deploying cloud technology, we rush into it. We rush into it and say, phase one, we're going to get payroll live. Then we'll get to phase two. And phase two is phase N, which is never.
Right.
So I think 2017, there's a renewed interest in organizations to push much more data, much more process into the cloud so that it can start to use some of these new tools that are being developed to really drive strategic value out of the workforce.
Well, the important question is, are you willing to come back in a year and face the music on these predictions as to whether or not they've come true?
I think they're solid, but I do think what people need to realize is the work is on them. The work isn't on the vendors.
Right.
2017, they need to look in the mirror and say, this is what we need to do.
Right. We'll look forward to talking again.
Great. Thanks, Bill.
Don't miss next month's episode of Firing Line. It's so easy. Just click on the red subscribe box at the end. You'll get just one email notice, I promise you, just one, when the next program has posted. And we want to hear what you think. Write your comments directly on the YouTube page when the video ends, or go to our page on Facebook, or send us an old-fashioned email, still my favorite communication channel, bill@kutik.com. We want to hear what you're thinking. So thank you for watching. I'm Bill Kutik.